And they did just win. So they'll start to be moving back. I don't want any more corruption, but I really would like to tech up, so we're going to take out the corruption. It's not going to take much to get them on our side. And this looks like a very good situation for us. They move their army back here, partially. So let's plan our opening moves here. And they would take that alliance now. Okay, we're at 4 out of 4. It's the start of a month, so we're going to wait till the start of the next month. Now we've got our diplomat home. Civil War Ming, I like it. I'll take this. Would like to get military tech 10 before we start invading anyone. And I really would like to take Diplotech 9 before we invest in any ideas. I'd like to invest in a military idea, but we've got a 6 here, and this guy is not going to be in power yet. Not going to be in power for very long, but let's take advantage of that. And we're going to start with exploration, see if we can close off some opportunities for Muscovy to expand. Get some colonies going, hopefully get some of this gold. And it's the first of the month. They have some vassals here. Our goal, we want to take Samarkand, that is not heavily protected. We're going to call on Delhi, we're going to call on Bengal. We're going to lose a little bit of piety here, which isn't ideal. But we stack wipe their army with fewer than 3,000 casualties. Got a little bit of war score here. Uzbek is now moving into Kizilkum, so we're going to try wiping them out. We're going to catch them. And then we'll spread out those 2 armies and get some support from our allies. The main goal is Samarkand, so we're going to send our cannons there. The secondary army is going to move up here and hopefully eliminate the army of Uzbek. I would like some more troops because we're spreading them thin, only 15,000 people per front. But it appears that most of Delhi's army is going to be dealing, so that the Timurid army is going to be preoccupied fighting Multan and Delhi against our 2 allies. So I feel that this is about as good as we could hope for the moment. I'm going to keep this guy there. See if we can wipe this army out before we hit the capital. And we're going to keep an eye on this army, as we don't want to be caught unaware. And they did get away for the moment. They're moving to Yugen. Let's see if we can follow them down. Making good progress here. They are standing still. That is good for us. Let's see if we can hit them. It's woods. We're going to cross a river. But we have the maneuver advantage. Our general's better. Our troops are probably better, and our units are not full of battered divisions. So that should be no slaughter. Buryat separatists have entered Chara. I don't like that, but we will deal with it. Hopefully they'll cross over and we can just send a merc or something over to free up that territory. We've nearly got this capital. And we're going to see if we can wipe out this army. Who knows where it will go. Probably down here. Or Isham. No, it might go over here to Iglino or Kurgan. Hopefully we'll kill it and move on to their capital. These armies are retreating, but seemingly intact. And from the war score, it looks like we probably lost a couple battles. Timurids threw quite a lot against Delhi. But the Timurids are relying heavily on mercenaries. They don't have a lot of artillery. And I think we will be able to pull through here. We do have the troop advantage, we definitely have the cannon advantage, and we should generally have a tech advantage. 8 versus 10, only 8 here. Bengal is a little preoccupied. Well, Delhi is helping them put them down. But I wouldn't be surprised if some Bengali troops move back that direction. These troops are ick. Rebels are staying in place for now, but again, we will try to liberate that territory as soon as we can. Timurid war enthusiasm is dropping, and they are now in another war. The Ottomans are attacking Mush. Now, I can't see much of what's going on in that part of the world. Their capital's about to fall to us, and with the Ottomans at war with them, I think they are going to start crumbling very quickly. Sorry, they actually did outmaneuver us here. It's unfortunate. And I think at this point we're probably going to give up on trying to wipe them out if this battle doesn't do it. We just want to get this capital siege down. Timurids are facing problems from rebels of several types here, and that's going to be a problem because they clearly have a lot of forts, and they're going to be suffering financially. I think this war is going to mean a death spiral for the Timurid Empire. This army is leaving to go into Yerevan, and we could see the creation of some new countries popping up. We would not like our territory to join that, so we're going to buy a merc. Samarkand is ours. We're going to camp out there, get this garrison reinforced a bit before we vacate it. There we are. Stack wipe. And we're going to leave these guys alone, let them mass up, and just take their capital first. Getting like 110 men per month. Ooh. Let's see how good our troops are. Those rolls helped us quite a bit. They won. But I don't feel too bad about that loss. Muscovy is invading Uzbek. So I'm going to send these troops directly up to snatch up as much Uzbek territory as I can to deny it to Muscovy. And our one merc is going to liberate our territory. We see a Kalka here already, a Min, a Wu, and we should see a Yue here. Korcham probably needs a little bit more territory, and that's going to be very difficult with these forts that are going to liberate territory. It looked like some of those forts were going to fall, but that might not be the case. And pretender rebels are taking Beijing. Let's double check the strength of Ming's army. Still relatively strong, but relatively expensive. Army reformer just died. May he rest in peace. We go for fort defense. Yes, you may have military access. Muscovy. We wish you luck in your campaigns. I don't like sending these troops in the shape that they are, but we do need to beat Muscovy to as much of this territory as we can. Yeah, they're trying to move in here as well, so we're going to push upward and onward. And they can occupy everything they want here. I don't care. Send these cavalry units north. And what do we need? We need 3 here, so I'm going to detach another 2,000 men. Actually, we'll send 2,400 and start investigating this area. Muscovy might beat us there, as they can see that territory, and they don't need to explore. Here's these 2,000, and can liberate our territory. And Timrid's war enthusiasm is low, and it's going to drop. Rebels have crossed this border, and they're going to stay there, which is unfortunate. But we have some time, and these guys are no longer useful to us, so we're going to disband that and save a little cash. Manpower is starting to suffer, which isn't great because we haven't even moved into any of these forts. But we are doing a good job of staying ahead of the Muscovite army, so they will get very little out of Uzbek. And we've got to stop them from liberating this. Looks like it's almost a wrap. No guy wants military access. I will happily give that to them. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with them. And now Uzbek is fully occupied. We'll just leave those guys there. Muscovy's occupied that, which means that we can't get it. It's definitely unfortunate. Yar-can was liberated. I don't like that. I do like the fact that we can peace out Uzbek. Take those provinces. Doesn't make our map look great. That splits them up and leaves this one for future consumption along with that. And let's take a look, see what we would be leaving from Muscovy. No forts, no gold. Yeah, I think that's going to be our peace deal to the Uzbek. Well, I'd rather have territory. Let's see if we have any other options. I'd like Tumen. So perhaps we should send troops up. But it is one of their more profitable ones, so they're probably not going to give it up. So we'll just take that for now. Yeah, I'd be surprised if they leave this war with an alliance with the Timurids. Muscovy will probably knock that out of them. Looks like we won't get much out of this financially for a while. But we shouldn't have rebel problems. We eliminated a rival, got a lot of power projection. And denied Muscovy a lot of provinces. Ming is still hostile. Would like to deal with that. Yeah, we're going to do that before we take Samarkand. I'm going to be suffering a little bit of attrition on the way over. But that's what we can expect fighting in Central Asia. So we can no longer embargo them, but what we can do is issue an embargo against them. Issue an embargo there. Lost Tamil, but we're about to get it back. And I would like to send an insult. We cannot. So we're going to send an insult against Ming. Just get a little bit more power projection. Shouldn't be too many rebels defending this. I actually did reinforce relatively quickly. Not sure where they think they're going. So we're going to give them military access, and we're going to top off our relations with our allies. Bengal has some rebel problems up here. Still have no idea what they're trying to accomplish here. So our money is now in short supply, our manpower is empty, but our prestige is high, our legitimacy is high, our power projection is high, and it's only going to get better, and we have a lot of monarch points stored up. See if there's anything we can do here. We can guarantee them, but I don't think that that's a worthwhile effort. So let's top off these relations. And then once those guys come back... Oh, here is a Korchin. They were more successful than I anticipated. Oh, I think we'll push into Khalkha next. Then try for Korchin. And I think once this guy gets back, we'll try to improve relations a little bit with Korea, just to keep them out of our affairs as we expand in that part of the world. We have 2,000 men here, and they're cavalry. Ottoman troops. I'm going straight for their throat. Kind of worried about these guys being all alone and unprotected. Yes, Ottomans, you may definitely have military access. Just gonna get some loot here. No, please don't take Samarkand. Alright, we've got a discount here, so we're gonna get that. And we're going to upgrade these cavalry, because one more day, 2 more days rather, and they will get that little bit of a boost. Get that Diplo attack, it's also discounted, and it's going to turn our spy networks into attack cost reductions. We could make our cannons better, and we could actually get another cannon if we have the manpower, but for now we're not going to do that. We're going to let another month go by for our cavalry to regain some morale, and then we can do it. And we still have some loot. Not much, so we're moving onward. And then we're going to upgrade those cannons. I like having a little bit more morale, so we're going for that choice. So there are some Tengri somewhere. Manga. It should probably be east of here. Right there. But we're converting it at a good pace, so we will beat the rebels there. Bengal has recovered. From the rebels and are at war again. Oh no, that's all Timrid stuff. Don't mind me. Right, hopefully we can encourage these Ottoman troops to leave. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. So we're going to pull back for a second. And we should start worrying about the spy network. We are ahead of them in all categories of tech, so that's not going to help. We're ahead of them in all categories of tech. So we're 7, 9, 10. Yeah, so none of our rivals would be good people to spy on. We can't even spy on Muscovy. We're ahead of Muscovy in tech. I split up these armies just to reduce our attrition. And it isn't great that the Ottomans got that province, because that's our war goal, but at least it eliminates the ticking war score for the defender controlling Samarkand. Sadly, we don't control either of those forts, so we should probably send these troops up to get one. We'll park these on Samarkand. The enemy does have a large army, so if they hit us here, they could potentially get as much as 4-to-1 odds in their favor. That is not ideal. But it seems that they're preoccupied. And now that we're... I'd like to catch up to 8. Get rid of this corruption a little before we get our next idea. And now their army can only get 2-to-1 odds if they were to attack us here or here. Solve crisis, I don't like that. I think we should start planning for these wars, so we're going to start building a spy network there, and a spy network here. Iran is still guaranteed. Actually, 2 people, Korchin and Korea.